How to intermittent fast. Short fasting regimens, less than 24 hours. Intermittent fasting offers plenty of flexibility. You can fast for as long or short as you like, but fasts longer than a few days may require medical supervision. Here are some popular regimens. Generally, shorter fasts are done more frequently. 16 to 8. This way of doing intermittent fasting involves daily fasting for 16 hours. Sometimes this is also referred to as an 8-hour eating window. You eat all your meals within an 8-hour time period and fast for the remaining 16 hours. Generally, this is done daily or almost daily. For example, you may eat all your meals within the time period of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Generally, this means skipping breakfast, but some people prefer to skip dinner instead. Typically this involves eating either 2 or 3 meals within this 8-hour period. 20 to 4. This involves a 4-hour eating window and a 20-hour fast. For example, you might eat between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. every day and fast for the other 20 hours. Generally, this would involve eating either 1 meal or 2 smaller meals within this period. Longer fasts, greater than 24 hours. 24-hour fasts. This way of doing intermittent fasting involves fasting from dinner to dinner, or lunch to lunch. If you eat dinner on day 1, you would skip the next day's breakfast and lunch and eat dinner again on day 2. This means that you are still eating daily, but only once during that day. This would generally be done 2 to 3 times per week. 5 to 2 fast. This is the version of intermittent fasting that has the most scientific support, as most studies on intermittent fasting has featured similar advice. Dr. Michael Mosley popularized this variation of intermittent fasting in his book The Fast Diet. 5 to 2 involves 5 regular eating days and 2 fasting days. However, on these 2 fasting days, you are allowed to eat 500 calories on each day. These calories can be consumed at any time during the day, either spread throughout the day or as a single meal. Alternate day fasting. Another related approach to 5 to 2 is to have fasting days with 500 calories not just twice a week, but every other day. 36-hour fasts. This involves fasting for the entire day. For example, if you eat dinner on day 1, you would fast for all of day 2 and not eat again until breakfast on day 3. This is generally 36 hours of fasting. This might provide a more powerful weight loss benefit and may help avoid the temptation to overeat dinner on day 2. Extended fasting. The first rule of extended fasts is to always check with your health care provider to ensure you are not at risk for fasting complications. Generally, for fasts greater than 48 hours, I recommend a general multivitamin to avoid micronutrient deficiency. The world record for fasting is 382 days, although we don't recommend this, and going 7 to 14 days may be possible for some people. I discourage people from fasting for more than 14 days due to high risk of refeeding syndrome, a dangerous shift in fluids and minerals that can occur when food is reintroduced after a long fast. Practical tips for fasting. What can I take on fasting days? There are many different rules for fasting. During Ramadan, for example, fasting is practiced from sunrise to sundown and no food or beverages are taken. Other types of fasting will only restrict certain types of foods, for example, abstaining from meat for a day. So there are no right or wrong rules. Water. All calorie-containing foods and beverages are withheld during fasting. Be sure to stay well hydrated throughout your fast. Water, both still and sparkling, is always a good choice. Aim to drink around 2 liters of water daily. As a good practice, start every day with 8 ounces of cool water to ensure adequate hydration as the day begins. Add a squeeze of lemon or lime to flavor the water, if you wish. Alternatively, you can add some slices of orange or cucumber to a pitcher of water for an infusion of flavor, and then enjoy the water throughout the day. You can dilute apple cider vinegar in water and then drink it, which may help with your blood sugars. However, artificial flavors or sweeteners are prohibited. Kool-Aid, Crystal Light, or Tang should not be added to the water. Tea. All types of tea are excellent, including green, black, oolong and herbal. Teas can often be blended together for variety, and can be enjoyed hot or cold. You can use spices such as cinnamon or nutmeg to add flavor to your tea. Sugar, artificial sweeteners or flavors are not allowed. Green tea could be an especially good choice, as the catechins in it are believed to help suppress appetite. Coffee, caffeinated or decaffeinated, is also permitted. Spices such as cinnamon may be added, but not sweeteners, sugar or artificial flavors. On hot days, iced coffee is a great choice. Coffee likely has many health benefits. Bone broth. Homemade bone broth, made from beef, pork, chicken or fish bones, is a good choice for fasting days. Vegetable broth is a suitable alternative, although bone broth contains more nutrients. Adding a good pinch of sea salt to the broth will help you stay hydrated. The other fluids, coffee, tea, and water, do not contain sodium, so during longer fasting periods, it is possible to become salt depleted. Although many fear the added sodium, there is far greater danger in becoming salt depleted during fasting. For shorter fasts such as the 24 and 36-hour variety, extra sodium may not be required, but during longer fasts it can be important. Break your fast gently. Be careful to break your fast gently. There is a natural tendency to eat large amounts of food as soon as the fast is over. Interestingly, most people don't actually describe overwhelming hunger, but more of a psychological need to eat. Overeating right after fasting may lead to stomach discomfort. While not serious, it can be quite uncomfortable. This problem tends to be self-correcting. For example, most people will avoid it next time. Try breaking your fast with a handful of nuts or a small salad to start. Then wait for 15 to 30 minutes. This will usually give time for any waves of hunger to pass, and allow you to gradually adjust. Short duration fasts, 24 hours or less, generally require no special breaking of the fast, but certainly for longer fasts it is a good idea to plan ahead. Who should not fast? You should not do intermittent fasting if you are underweight, BMI below 18.5, or have an eating disorder like anorexia. Pregnant, you need extra nutrients for your child. Breastfeeding, you need extra nutrients for your child. A child under 18, you need extra nutrients to grow. You can probably fast, but may need medical supervision under these conditions, if you have diabetes mellitus, type 1 or type 2. If you take prescription medication. If you have gout or high uric acid. If you have any serious medical conditions, such as liver disease, kidney disease, or heart disease. Top tips for intermittent fasting. Here are the 9 top tips briefly. Drink water. Stay busy. Drink coffee or tea. Ride out the hunger waves. Give yourself 1 month to see if intermittent fasting, such as 16 to 8, is a good fit for you. Follow a low-carb diet between fasting periods. This reduces hunger and makes intermittent fasting easier. It may also increase the effect on weight loss and type 2 diabetes reversal, etc. Don't binge after fasting.